Welcome back to part 2, guys. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure you go watch it because there's loads of really useful information on it. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button and enjoy the show. Holding midfielder. Now this was another hard one and it's down to personal preference. So I don't think he's the best holding midfielder in the world, but he's close to it. But I'm going to go for Fernandinho because I think it's someone that he's been able to do it for such a consistent period. You never get like lower than an 8 out of 10 out of Fernandinho. Especially when he's playing his holding midfield position, which is obviously his preferred position. Someone that's incredibly composed on the ball, able to receive the ball in different angles and release the ball, but also a player that can adapt to a lot of different styles of football. So for example, under Mancini and Pellegrini, they played slightly different to, Pep Guardiola, and he still managed to fit into the team every single time. So it just shows how well-rounded he is. The way he reads danger. Sometimes he doesn't give away the tactical foul, I'm not going to lie, but then it's done for the right reasons at the right times. He's only 5'9" as well, but just seems to have such a presence on the pitch. And once Fernandinho, if you're a centre-back, Fernandinho's in front of you, you're going to have good protection throughout the game. So definitely a player I would recommend highly watching as well. In terms of my box-to-box midfielder, I'm putting Messi Ronaldo in this one as well, even though they're not in the rest of the video because I want you to look into other players. But Kevin De Bruyne is probably the most complete footballer in the world. And he's got all the ability and the technical ability of like your world-class number 10, but then he fits it in with just that doggedness and the pace and the aggression and the energy, and that's why he can literally play anywhere in midfield and still have a massive influence in the game. Pretty much anywhere on the pitch and still have a massive influence on the game. He combines exactly what you want from your number 10 to what you want from like a ball-winning all-round midfielder, and hence why Pep can play him deeper as well because he has that physical presence. He's brilliant with both feet. He's technically he doesn't have any weaknesses technically. He's probably not the most agile player, but doesn't have any kind of negatives technically. Completely both-footed, can shoot with both feet, can pass with both. Like, what is there not to love about Kevin De Bruyne? So make sure you're watching him. And that's another thing. If you're a young player watching out, make sure you learn how to use both feet as much as possible. It's going to make you twice as dangerous as a football player. So we're going to go on to like our 3 attacking midfielders now. The first one we're going to go for is Raheem Sterling. Now, he's one of those players that I remember watching him at Liverpool and he was so skillful and I was like, wow, this guy's incredible. And maybe and obviously he did really well there, but I think at Man City just taken to a new level. But the interesting thing I find with Raheem Sterling is like he's doing less, but then doing more at the same time, because he's a lot smarter with his movement. If there's ever a winger that I wanted to teach how to position themselves properly, when to make runs, when to go inside, when to go wide, it would be Raheem Sterling, 100%. He's so intelligent off the ball with his movement, and then when he gets the ball, he's so effective with how he uses it, whether it's going to be a pass, it's going to shoot. His decision making is extremely good in those positions, so make sure you watch a bit of Raheem Sterling when you get a chance. Trust me, he's a brilliant player to watch. The number 10 I'm going to go for, and this is someone that I've watched for quite a while, and again, it's someone that's been so consistent for such a long time. It's actually Thomas Muller from Bayern Munich. An unorthodox kind of player. He kind of has the body build of maybe like a runner or a long distance runner, but he's just so effective in effort, his work rate, the passion he shows for the game is just infectious for the rest of the team. I said he's not the most brilliant player in terms of technically, but it's just, he gets the same results, he gets the same goals, he gets the same assists as a top-end player just because of his work rate. His attitude is brilliant. Whenever he gets knocked off the ball or anything like that, he's going straight back up for it. He never gives up a fight or a challenge, and that's hence why he's been one of the most important players for Bayern Munich over literally the last 10 seasons. So make sure you're able to watch him. He's also a player that's extremely versatile, which is why he's always in the team. You can play him up front, you can play him in the number 10, you can play him right or left, you can even potentially play him centre mid. So he's just one of those players that, he's always on the manager's team sheet. And he's definitely a player that younger players should be watching as well. Right mid, I'm going to go for Bernardo Silva, and he's one of those players that if I had a technical player, it's just when to use your technical ability, when not to. His decision making is brilliant, and he's so elegant and so technically gifted on the ball. It's someone wanted to learn about your ball mastering stuff, just knows when to use all parts of his foot, his balance, the way he changed his direction, his decision making when he passes. He's also a good finisher, and he's only going to get better and better. And probably hence the reason, as well as Phil Foden, why Man City probably won't need a replacement for David Silva. He's just a great player to watch, but he also manages to mix that attacking thing. It's similar to De Bruyne in terms of his work rate to win the ball back. Obviously not the tallest player, but a player that will run for 90 minutes and do everything he can to win the ball. And he always seems to play with a smile on his face as well. So definitely another player I'd recommend watching. And the last one, which I'll probably be most excited about, the striker that I recommend that sets a perfect example of how to play up front in a team in terms of an actual number 9 is, for me, has to be Robert Lewandowski. Now, there's obviously a lot of great strikers. We look at Luis Suarez, Aguero, but for me, Lewandowski is a brilliant example of a player to watch. His work rate off the ball, constantly hassling opponents, but also a player that has the technical ability, he can run in behind, he can also go short and has the technical ability to link up play as well. He's also an incredible finisher, and the range of goals he scores as well. So he scored goals from 30 yards, he can score goals tapping from inside the box, he can assist his players, he can score headers, he can score with both feet as well. So it's so important for a striker to be rounded like that, because now the demand for a striker is a lot more. So he's definitely a player, and he's obviously, another thing is, he's extremely reliable for Bayern Munich. You know, they've never really had to worry about the striker position because they've got Lewandowski. You know he's going to score the goals, he's going to create opportunities for his teammates, and he's just an extremely all-rounded striker. Make sure you watch Robert Lewandowski play a couple games for Bayern Munich, even if you go on the internet and stuff. As I said, guys, I could probably pick a better team of players, but in terms of, I would say, role models that you need to be watching each position. Whether if I'm playing centre back, I want to be looking at the centre backs and watching what they're doing. If I'm playing centre mid or right or left back, these are just great examples of players that you need to be watching in order to learn how to play a specific position and learn your game. So look at these players, go and do your own research. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram. And another thing, guys, make sure you have a great day.